started, and I will DM Adam.
What?
Smile.
I can post it in some places.
I
as well,
already
once
got it. I already. Yeah.
Oh well, Adam already did it. So.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's why it was good. I pinged him.
The Ed link up.
Thanks, Ed. We love you. Mwah.
Love you, bye.
But for real though, when I get my new computer, I'm gonna probably run Hold Fast on like high settings all the time.
I don't know about that. I don't like the idea of doing that, but
Why?
I just like the extra FPS.
You just want to be an FPS warrior. You want to
Yeah.
you fucking geek.
Pretty much. FPS Warrior is fun.
If I really wanted to be an FPS warrior, I'd be like fucking Power, where he knows like all the optimal settings and shit. Just because his PC used to be a pile of garbage.
For what?
For Holdfast. He plays like reduced res, the performance upscaling,
Black bars.
black bars. I think he
I
used to
do
play
very
on
low.
black
I turn
bars.
animation quality up and I turn LOD quality up.
I hate
I-
animation quality high. I only use it low. It looks
I just
normal
use
low
whatever
for
the
me.
base setting is. Like, I don't actually have animation quality that high. As far as I know, I have
I also
whatever.
turn my upscaling to native because I feel like, at least to me, I notice upscaling and I want to vomit when I see it. So.
I
Yeah,
don't like the upscaling in this game at all.
But I've noticed also that it literally doesn't matter what my settings are at because I stream I get the same FPS. So it's just that my PC runs a little bit cooler.
Shut up. We get it. You're rich.
I'm just saying, like, just kind of be out here bullying, you know. Like I wrote, like, Amy, you should look at an officer's mess, and then you should agree with what I said blindly.
All right.
Thank you.
Agreed.
What did you put in Officer's Mess?
I have no idea what he put on
I said
Officer's
that
Mess, I just
Grassy
agree.
5 is a bad map, and I wrote actual feedback on how to fix it.
Well, your version of Grassy 5 is a bit better.
Mm-hmm.
missed that
I don't
Actually,
even
it's
know
grasslands.
what. I don't know which Grassy is which Grassy, so I don't care.
Grassy 5 is the one where there's a big river in the middle, and each team's like advantageous position is on the either side of the river, and it means that like basically engagements are at like 150 meters plus, or it's just insta win for one team.
Yeah.
It's really annoying.
Not a big fan of that map. I should
I-
do that for Sunday. I should put what do you call it map on? The
I
Ed's
think-
version of the map.
I think you should remove every map on our Sunday event and replace it with Tahir Desert 1, 2,
I think you should add it.
Pyramids,
I think you should add.
and
Yeah, you need
Tahir
Tahir
Enhanced.
Desert 2. You need
Tahir
pyramids.
Desert-
You need Prussian Hills. You need
Ed,
Southern
Tahir Desert
Grasslands.
2 and Prussian Hills are all on there.
Are they?
Yeah.
I'm actually surprised people still play Tahir Desert 2, bro. That was so like at least like to me that map is so ass.
I like it.
Okay, Ed.
Because I pestered you. I pestered
I'll
you.
make it
Desert
Tahir
2
2 remastered.
True.
Tahir 2.5.
Okay, I have a quick. Hotspot has a question for you, Ed. How many times have you spun O block?
I can't answer that. I'm sorry.
Okay. Damn, he really got your ass. I'm actually. This is the one match that I'm excited for. Low-key.
I'm interested in seeing how all the turnouts of the matches are. And I think there's a lot of like
I just hope that.
interesting results that can come for things, especially in a bracket like this. But I think
Yeah.
that this will be probably like the peak of the matches. But I'm also very interested to see how the 7th Foos do when they fight the KO.
I honestly think the KO take it. I'd hate to admit
I
it.
don't. But I think it'll be a very good match, and I think it'll be a very. I think people underestimate the KO, especially with the roster that they have. But I think that 7th Foos would beat them when it happens.
They're starting 4 minutes early.
Yeah, they're on a grind. They're both ready. They're both vibing.
Wow.
I know.
I'm so excited. I actually am excited.
Predictions?
TRRB 15-13.
Really?
Deadass.
I disagree.
I
Except-
I
think it's like a 15-0, 15-1 7 Foos. I cannot lie.
I get 100 FPS by the way, so
15-5,
it's fine.
7th Foos. Yeah, that's more than good.
kind of copy pasta is that?
It's a AI generated one. Astro loves AI generated copy pastes.
Oh. As the
It's
day
just
of
Astro's
our
thing now.
highly anticipated match approaches, we at 7 Foob Comp wanted to extend our warmest wishes of good luck to you. We understand that competition can be fierce, and we respect the hard work and dedication that you have been putting into preparing for blank.
Nothing.
He
There's
ran
nothing.
out of characters.
He ran out of characters. Southern Foos seem to have not had all their players spawn. Terrible.
No, they
This
do
is-
not.
This is no macho.
Can we get an over under on how many 1vx's Reddish is gonna win?
I'm gonna
Uh,
say 4. Over 4. I think he's gonna do over 4.
I'm saying over 5.
I mean,
Yeah.
I think
Well,
unless they shut him down pretty quickly, he's
gonna be a
gonna fucking
deity.
destroy him.
Shut up, Wi-Fi bills. The Grizzlies are playing. Who gives a shit about Memphis? No offense.
I don't even know what that is.
It's NBA.
Yeah, no, I mean Memphis.
Oh, Memphis is in Tennessee.
Yeah, don't start that evil.
Yeah, people from Tennessee are very evil.
I know one person from Tennessee.
The one person in Tennessee in question.
I realized that pressing to getting rid of your HUD does not get rid of the assist counter.
Blessed.
Man, L, you will suffer L.
Blessed.
Who gives a shit about John Morant? Yawn. Okay, from left to right on the 7th. They're bringing 8? Why are they bringing 8?
They should have 9. I don't know who's struggling to get in. I imagine it's looking at that roster. Maybe it's like Lob or something that's not getting in. I don't
I'm
know if
too
Lob's
lazy.
there.
I'm not gonna check TeamSpeak.
Well, they do have like 40 people in their RGL roster, so you know. Who knows?
Yeah, a bit of time still. It's not even actual start time. Why did okay? Bush said sure to a 2-question. I love Bush.
We
Bush is
love
great.
Bush.
Bush is a hero.
From left to
I agree
right
with
on
Hotspot. Angel got it.
Angel does
Yeah,
got
sorry.
it. From left to right, they have Ostro, Benny, Bushline, Angel, Los, Broach, Reddish, Bacon. So Reddish and Bacon are back on a flank.
I'll be interested to see.
Ostro and Benny are also taking another flank. I think they did that last
I'm interested with the Ostro Benny Bush flank.
Oh
I
my.
feel like we haven't seen that before.
That FPS drop is crazy. From left to right on the TRB lineup is Enderpuff, Crack, Melon, Constantine, Beast Gamer, Rooster, Rex, Milkman, and Chrome. While Milkman and Chrome taking a flank, and Crack and Enderpuff taking the second flank. And
I think
It's goaded on God.
TRB wins because no Tom. True.
Yeah, true. No Tom. Major Tom.
No
My
Major
favorite
Tom.
junkie.
Whoa, that was crazy.
It's a song reference to it. Danny. It's Danny that they were missing.
Oh, and Danny.
That's actually kind of a good player. That's a pretty good player to get in. Especially when you look at the TRB's mids, which is Beast Gamer, Rooster,
And Constantine.
Artasius, Rex, and Constantine. I feel like Danny could kind of work with that mid. Yeah, that's not a good mid. I think TRB flanks will do them well. Enderpuff and Crack is certainly a pairing that would have done particularly well maybe a year ago. I'm not sure how well they'll do this time, because of just changes over time. But
Reddish and Bacon taking Reddish is playing second, which is interesting. Ostro and Benny.
That's where I usually play.
Sometimes they swap around. Usually Reddish edge, so he can just kind
I
of
feel
bend.
like out of the pair, Reddish is going to be a bit more equipped for swaps and such. So I think that they can.
No, I will
this
not
be a good decision.
stream the 45
Well, they need
versus
to-
63 match.
Well, they need to have Bacon on the outside so you can do the map bob strat. But,
Yeah.
Ostro trying to go for a pick.
Aggressive from what I.
Ooh, Broach
didn't
picked
expect
off.
to be very aggressive. It's all 1v1s on this left, but
Oh.
Angel. Danny and Bacon.
The
get
TRB
this, yeah.
technically have numbers. They just need to regroup.
Ostro held
Chrome's-
really well there. They just need to regroup this.
They just need to regroup it, but Chrome is successfully running away. All their good players are up, though, for 7 Foos. This could end either way. Oh,
Nice.
4v3.
That's not what you want to see for the TRB.
Danny G diving in. Oh, Bacon's
That's unlucky for
down.
Bacon.
Oh, there he goes.
Is this our over-under on the Reddish clutch? Potentially.
Ooh,
Good.
stab.
Good
They click in there.
triangle for TRRB.
But that TRB left flank, starting with a combined 5 kills, is pretty good for them.
But it's also kind of... It might spell out the entire game as we know it. Which I hope it doesn't.
The 7 Foosh left needs to not hold double down stabs at the 2 while they have a 2v1 and then die by his
Yeah.
a side stab. Like that was probably one of the worst things I've ever seen.
It's the jitters. It's the
And
jitters.
they just got to up down that guy and they win. I don't get it.
Credit to Ostro. Ostro did a really good job of holding the 1v3 on right, but I think that aggro from Ostro
Double down never works.
probably isn't to best of their advantage currently.
We're gonna watch
I
Crack
don't know if it's
play
really
against
difficult.
Bushline.
The Ostro taking Enderpuff into a 1v1 maybe isn't the best, or maybe is the best solution for this flank, just as Enderpuff high hitter from last round.
Oh no. Benny gets the pick, but he's stuck in a 2v1. 7 Foos win the rest of the flank. They cannot take care of Benny.
I can't.
Like,
Really good regroup here. I'm glad, really good disengaging from the 7 Foos. And then they
Constantine.
should just wrap this up easily.
Well, did force a TK, but it didn't matter.
I love looking at like ping disparities on any group fights because it's like 19 ping, 57, 66. It's a nice little
Meanwhile, I have
50 ping
83.
difference. Yeah, the 83
issue.
ping.
Still issue.
It's not my fault I live on the
Yeah,
West Coast.
I don't want to see Ostro take another 1v1 actually. I think he needs to have impact on this team, and I think him taking a 1v1 is inherently going to have
To be
negative
fair, though,
impact.
you can't deny it. Taking a 1v1 off someone like Enderpuff is pretty decent.
As I said,
Enderpuff is
everyone
a-
being
If
their
your
best-
whole value is that you negate value, you actually don't have any value of yourself. Like you don't produce any value for your team, and it's inherently a flawed principle to take somebody off the line out of the fight because it doesn't actually provide for your team.
Yeah, that is
I
true.
know, but I think if you go on a purely
love
purely
Arizona,
depth
Aria.
basis, that if you're going to purely depth basis of Ostro and Enderpuff are pretty evenly matched, and you take them away, then the rest it kind of just they negate
But
each
then you
other
have
as one.
Crack versus Bushline, and I think that Crack defeats Bushline in a 1v1.
Oh,
And that's
Ostro
true, but I
going
think
for the
that Bacon and
swap.
Reddish defeat.
Oh, the
Milkman
up
and-
See,
down.
look, see, Ostro got the pick on the 2, and now it's winnable. Like now they're winning. You know.
So
I've seen Enderpuff win this.
I have not.
Ah,
The one thing that I will give Ostro is that he is nowadays trying to get impact more than just holding on the
He is
flank,
playing
and
aggressively.
It's really what you need to do. Like, because if he can get that pick, even if it's a trade, even if Bushline's dead, right? Like, getting that pick just goes to cement their team.
Yeah,
means
it
that,
was.
more people are adding to everything.
That's true. It was what I said at the start of the match that I was quite surprised to see that the Ostro Bushline flank is being as aggressive as it is, because I'm not particularly used to that aggressiveness out of the way that Ostro plays. So I'm curious to see how it will like develop in this league, and then if there's
He
a
has
boost,
the
which there probably will be.
experience, and I think he has the skill to do it. So I
Yeah,
think he can
agreed.
do more.
he has good
think it will only
he
help
has
his players
good
to do it.
fundamental skills on bayonet control, but his group fighting sense is a lot to be desired. So
True, but I think that comes from a lot of the way that he was trying to develop a playstyle for himself, and I think that realistically, he going up a playstyle that already exists is working a lot better for him.
good picks off the flank. TRRB win the right. Oh, they're just picking them off and successfully regrouping. Crack finally kills Bushline. Enderpuff is
Another
still
negative
holding
of the-
Ostro.
Of being in that 1v1. I understand what you're saying a bit better now, Ed. if that right flank has no game
Yeah.
impact because it's all just it's 1v1 simulator, and
I
then the
think
depth on the flank doesn't hold
I
up.
think Bushline. If I'm Ostro here, I'm telling Bushline that he has to man up a little bit, and he has to at least provide some pressure in the two, because Ostro is never going to get an up down if there's no pressure coming from the two, and Bushline, all he's got to do is throw a straight stab, throw down stab, even hold it like or feint it, just look menacing so that Ostro can get the pick off of him.
Yeah, good.
Because otherwise you see like there, like he didn't do anything, and then it devolved, and then they lost slowly because they
Yeah,
didn't get the early pick.
I think it's a teething issue of Bush being a relatively new player in quotation marks of somebody just learning flank. And I don't think he's ever played second. And I know
Developing
that I
talent.
personally can't play very well for playing next to Ostro from past experiences. I haven't played very well, so it is an interesting thing to learn.
Reddish and Baking pushing Milkman and Chrome. Oh, Broach coming in from behind. Couldn't kill either of them. Oh my.
That left needs to win, and Ostro just needs to pull. But there's no call out for Danny's
Oh
left
my
side.
god, Constantine stabbed the wrong person.
A nice little 3v3. You push this left though. Because Reddish can't just sit and hold under puff. Yeah. The side block.
He got them. That Constantine backstab was pretty bad. But
Yeah.
it did end up working out at the end.
I just think that when you get to these 3v3s, Reddish just needs to have a bit more game impact because Reddish is just kind of Reddish sits back too much and like he goes right into the 1v1 instead of maybe doing a swap into the middle guy and then trying to push and collapse that. But he just defaults into that 1v1. Which isn't it doesn't look the best for the 7th Fuso, and Reddish needs to be a player that's having big high impact every round.
Yeah.
Like 3 and 4 is not the performance that you need with Reddish.
He's negative? Hold a tab
Yeah.
here. Seems like Danny G is doing well against the mid. Although Bushline is not succeeding with the Ostro flank. And Bacon is doing well on his flank, but Radish is not having the impact that he should. Crack 9 and 2 for TRRB though. Which is pretty good. Broach running it down.
Unlucky TK. They need to just collapse onto this left side here.
But they've won the left. Oh, they could successfully regroup this in time.
They can, but there's no call out for that backstab whatsoever.
Good stabs. Good stabs. Good. It's just Danny G and Reddish. Danny G falls. It's just Reddish.
This is Reddish's clutch round. No.
Nope.
It's just unfortunate. There seems to be a fundamental lack of communication from the 7th Hoofs. Like Bacon, if Bacon realistically doesn't get backstabbed there if there's a single call out made to him, or if there is and he just ignores it, then that's something different. But like that 1v2 could have been cleaned up a lot quicker, and Bacon should have been getting such an obvious backstab there when there's so much time for communication. The TRRB, to their credit, are doing really well at just isolating that right and then pushing in because they know that they maybe can't beat Reddish and Bacon. Especially with Danny in that mid, they can't really do much there, but they're just collapsing from the right each time.
Yeah. Seems
and
like
it's working for them.
TRRB are full taking advantage. It seems like the TRRB are more on the same page as compared to the 7 Foos. Which is actually pretty uncommon nowadays with certain regiments, but
don't eat Aria. So that was with the chat.
I don't know why the 7 Foos has this gap in right connector. Like,
yeah.
Oh, that is
no reason like both teams do, but it's like why? Like
spacing is key.
Now they're in 3v3s.
Yeah, Los is worrying too much trying to fill that gap when it should
Oh no, Crack got the TK'd on accident. The TRRB did win the right though. Enderpuff and Crack in a 2v1 against Astra, and they pick him off. Now they just have to regroup. It just seems like, oh my, yeah. It seems like the 7 Foos just are not succeeding.
1v1 City, and I don't.
I
It's
don't get
1v1 City, and I don't know why. I
it.
don't know what's making it be just all these. I don't know why this group fight is just 9 1v1s,
Yeah,
with the exception of one of the flanks where it goes 50-50.
here like I think some Foos like coming in like with more skilled players, all they have to do is play tight and look for target swaps and they win. But it's like
Yeah,
they have this huge gap here still in Raycon that like I actually doubt in their team speak anybody's calling out to fix. And there's no way that they can work as a team when they have zero line cohesion. When they split into 3-3v3s. It's you're basically taking a 50-50 there and they're losing because of it.
yeah.
Although, a quick thing to note: Crack is playing an easier position than Danny G, or he is doing exponentially better. So he has way more impact on that flank, and that's the flank they're going against Austria and Bushline. So hopefully they
I'm
can try to
curious with
change
the.
something. Oh, Lowe's and Bacon picks. Oh, they won the right and mid instantly.
Yeah, they moved Danny over to third so that they can do a bit more with the Reddish and Bacon flank. I think they're just gonna try and work with that flank and then collapse inwards while the rest just holds. Because Danny seemed to just kind of be doing well in the mid previously, but is just a victim of places around him falling. Um,
Yeah, if
so
you're
I'm
playing
gonna.
dead mid, your impact is both either great or terrible, and it seems
Well, I
that
think
putting him
there
on third would be the better position for him.
the opening
7th
pick was from
shuffle.
Los because Los finally target switched. Like to paraphrase from Starblazer, sometimes you just got to walk up and stab somebody. Like you can't,
Yeah,
he's been playing too passive in the mid, and you saw him step up and get the target switch, and that's why they won. And it's like it's more of that they have to do. Like Reddish, Danny G, even Los, Oster, like Bacon. Even these guys like got to realize that you know they have the skills to walk in there, fucking kill somebody, and then get out, right? And
yeah.
they're just not doing it, and they're just letting the game devolve and letting their lower skilled players die, and then they die ultimately.
We're gonna see how this left flank goes.
TRRB did a little 7th shuffle before the start of that round. I'm curious
Oh,
to see
they
how this new
flank
lineup will go.
swapped.
Yeah.
Oh, Crack with the excellent pick on Bacon. Oh, and the TRB are gonna try to take care of the mid. Oh, they're all in separate little 1v1s. They just
This
have to
is still
regroup with the
winnable
main
though.
crow. Milkman, excellent disconnect. Oh, and the
Danny.
pick on Danny G. Up, and it's curtains. It's just Benny. And he goes. TRB.
You need to move bush line here. Like there's nothing wrong with him specifically. It's just like if you are going 0-7 at a certain point, it's like, well, this isn't working. You got to move. We got to switch things up here.
Yeah.
It's like
Even if it ends up being like replacing maybe Los with like Bush, like in those positions, right? Because Bush could give a better calling for mid type thing. And you just have to think about where your players are and how you can utilize them and what they can benefit to that position on the line. It's like Bush isn't maybe doing well a second, maybe Los can pull something else. And Bush can go call for mid and just try for those swaps that he's been trying for on flank, but isn't particularly having the most effect with.
I also just got great news. Cowboys
Mhm.
lost 12-19 against the
very
Niners.
happy.
Very happy to hear that. Does seem though that Crack's target swaps might be fucking. Oh wait, they re-flank swapped on the 7 Foos side, and they collapsed the left and mid, and shortly the right.
Yeah, this is a full collapse on the entire lineup for the TRB. Stemfus did really well that round of just getting those nice little picks with only one death, hopefully, of Danny. I do
Danny
have
opened up. It was again like Danny opened up the whole fight there. It's like if the 7 Foos get one person just to get an opening pick, and then they get another up down, and they snowball it, they win.
yeah.
It's about them getting that opening pick and finding it, and not just sitting back and waiting the whole time.
I mean, it's a role that Danny's used to. Danny has always been a dive player, right? Danny's always been like a mid dive player. Him and VG work really well in the mid because Danny tends to dive and VG's good at following it up. Obviously not VG here tonight, but he's just trying to do that now with Reddish and Los. And I think that'll go well if he just keeps creating a gap in the line to exploit. But we'll see how it goes. They're 6-4 down. And we'll see how the 7 Foos do.
TRB right flank pushing it. Oh, and there goes
Oh,
Enderpuff.
but that's not what you want on a flank like that, not a straight sub. But TRB can still win if they push out a side here.
A lot of
There's a nice attempt
TKs on
to
7
pick from
Foos' side,
Rooster,
though.
but I think there's been a lot of TKs all around. This
That
match,
is true.
yeah. Yeah, I think you have a mix of a lot of newer players in these types of matches, especially in this bracket. So some TKs are expected, but sometimes when it's from people that have been doing it for as long as they have, it's a bit interesting. But I am also a TK merchant, so I can't speak too much to that regard as a Wi-Fi.
I am a
Um,
TK merchant.
Yeah, we are.
I've never team killed before.
Oh, shut up, you.
That's true.
Oh,
That's true. He hasn't.
Never.
Killer
Not
Melon on it.
once.
I just realized
Mm.
Melon's on a connector.
Yeah. Oh my god, Finster's live. Sorry, Wi-Fi. Stream's gone.
Okay. He's been live.
I know, yeah.
Enderpuff, why is he disconnecting from the line to force a 1v1 with Ostro?
Interesting
Get
dive
that
from Rooster,
fucking
and he's
kill
hold.
first.
Oh. He collapsed the right, and they're collapsing the remnants of mid. Oh, heavens. Constantine styles on Danny G, but falls in the process of 5 other people. Chromop's trying to
Interesting kick in
kick
a
her.
1v10.
This is
That
where
was
I think 7 Foos need to be. I think it's taking them way too long to get there, but this is kind of where,
As long as they're there,
where
they're
you
there.
want them to play.
yeah.
Although,
That's not as long as they're there. They need to know that this is where they need to be. Because matches aren't going to get easier provided that whichever team goes through the 3 teams, but whichever teams go through this, they need to know that they're going to be fighting the top bracket. And that starting is not going to get you any favors when you fight the 51st or 63 or 45E.
we're carrying.
Okay, thumbs up. But I mean,
Sure,
on their lineup, Rooster's dive wasn't bad. It was good, but he just didn't get a pick off of it, and he held the 2v1 for long enough. But I think Danny and somebody else dived through, and while Rooster was holding those 2 on the line, they just got 2 kills. So once they did actually finish off Rooster, it was a 4v2 in mid.
Shut up, Robo.
Thumbs up, Robo.
I won you in HDL. Danny G AFK. Oh no. They did flank swap though on the TR. Oh, and there goes Ostro. Oh, but Benny, he counterattacks.
I want to see what picks this Benny and Bush combo can get. But if Benny just holds, this will be really good for Zombies.
Benny,
Another
staying alive.
really good from Benny here.
Oh no!
Target swapped.
All they have to do is just regroup and
There
it's
you go.
over. Good work on all sides though.
It's Gova?
It's Joe over.
It's Jova. I mean, Bush, 2 and 7. Improvement. But overall, 7 Foos is doing well. Angel, 7 and 7. Benny, 10 and 7. Reddish.
Seems like the 7 Foos
not
depth
doing
is
the best, to be fair.
7 Foos depth is a lot better than the TRB depth, but the TRB highs are very much higher than the 7 Fooses. They just
It's
have
the difference of 14-8, 11-6, 11-9, 11-8, 10-7 versus 18-8, 10-8, 9. Like, it's, the TRB's weight is being pulled significantly more by crack, whereas there's a much more even distribution as you get down the scoreline for the 7 Foos.
That is
That's
true.
true.
That is true.
Same amount of HL wins as me.
Oh my god, crack!
Oh, but instant
Oh,
reflect.
but he-
Melon did not come with him.
Melon did not. Oh, and there goes the rest of the left. That was an excellent pick from Crack, as brainless as it was, but didn't go in.
It was a good pick, but they just need to make sure that they're not. Oh, they didn't follow up on that whatsoever. So
It
Crack
seems
went
like
forward,
they
got that
weren't
good
on the
pick,
same
and then Melon
page.
was so scared. Yeah, there's no communication regarding what they're going to do, which is just an issue down to its core for wedges like this. Odd.
Man.
Thanks, Octavian.
Kind of curious if Crack is gonna have the same idea. Oh no, he
I don't
doesn't.
think he'd do it twice in a row because I think the bush line would be a bit about. Oh, never mind. Enderpuff does it.
Good work. They're winning the left. Oh, and Los. That was an excellent pick from Los there.
Oh, Approach target swaps to Los.
4v2. Reddish and Bacon, they
Incredible.
could easily take it.
It is the TRRB.
Oh,
so
good
Ooh.
picks.
They double down and then they get traded for that. Like if they got the up down there, then they give themselves some space to win, but they did not.
Seems like Bacon and Reddish on an individual scale are doing well enough, but it seems like together they're not coordinating well enough. But that happens when you have to communicate with an almost mute. So
Yeah, true. But believe me, playing with as a player that's had Valdemar, Bergenels, Raz, Cots on their team, playing with mutes isn't the easiest thing. But you
it's
know,
doable.
you learn how to do it. You can negate a lack of speech on most parts of the line, especially if you have people to fill in for it. But you just need those people that aren't mutes. to be
Oh,
vocal.
Reddish picks off Chrome straight off the line, pushing
Good pick.
their
They can
left.
collapse this left really well.
They
The
are.
right just needs to hold. Yeah.
Yep, and they collapse
do.
everywhere else. Great picks from 7 Foos there. Fantastic.
No, Ari, you shouldn't go mute for RGL. Please don't go mute for RGL.
Please don't go mute for RGL. I
Jim
already have
goes mute for RGL when he goes 113. Please.
and Moxie, but I love
Well,
Moxie.
Moxie's a mute from the start. We do love Moxie, to be fair.
At least I do. Me and Moxie work well
I
together.
think you should go mute for RGL if that's what your heart desires.
Don't listen to
Don't
this
listen
fraud.
To these people. Do
No,
what
he's
you
not
wanna
fraud.
do.
He is the colonel. All colonel in our
big-
hearts.
I'm a
But
big Arya fan, honestly.
Me too.
as am I. I think we all are on this cast. Also, yeah, shout out to Big P.
Bacon stretching
Well,
out
yeah.
the flank, but he's looking at Milkman. Reddish. Oh, and 7 Foos are collapsing that left. And as well as, oh, they just collapse everywhere. Clean round from 7 Foos. Only 2 casualties.
Seven Foos are getting their groove here. This is the first round from both sides where I've seen them just go forward, and it's just kind of been like a static line, where there's just been fainting and stuff, and there hasn't been like an immediate like try for a pick or a weird target swap. You just kind of you're playing out the line, you're waiting for one side to get restless, and try and make a swap, but you're working around that, and it's good. And that's kind of just how high level matches are. You're not instantly always trying for something. You just need to outpatience each other.
Did you on the left last round just kind of manhandled Milkman and Rex? It was a very good thing to see while Reddish and Bacon were trying uptown. So
True.
Yeah.
That's what you like to see out of Danny G.
Danny G is a goat. Is a hero. Love, the demon of Washington is Killer Melon. AKA just Melon in the server.
I didn't, Robo. That was the coin that denied you, not me.
Oh, excellent pick! Enderpuff pushing Reddish. Oh my god, they can't all 1v1s, although 2v1 occurs, they just have to regroup and kill Danny.
Danny takes a pick here on his way out, even if he doesn't get out, and he does get out.
Oh, no, he doesn't. But it's still a 3v3. Oh, they get an up down. 2v2. Oh, Chromops against Angel and Broach.
Broach versus Chromops. It's still winnable for Broach.
It's winnable
even
for
if he
both
hasn't
sides.
done as much 1v1s as Chromops has. Broach just needs to play this passive.
Just one-time gamble.
I think gambles are what you need to. I think you just need a really
Ooh, and a
that's nice
delayed
try
stab for
Chromops.
Chromops.
I think
Good
what
nice
you
try.
need there from Broach is for him to not focus on offense first and defense later. He needs to.
Broach almost had it. I
I
believe.
think unless you're like very warmed up, it doesn't really work, especially against a pretty good 1v1er.
Yeah. Please do not call him Chrome Schlot. It's a horrid nickname.
Arya asks, how is the 77th?
Amazing, wonderful.
We love the 77th.
I'm a big
My least
fan.
favorite part about Robo's broadcast is it looks like he's asking the TRRB a question.
Oh, yeah.
TRRB, is Newcastle the worst
Oh
place
my
in the
god,
UK?
Ostro gets the free pick on the flank. Enderpuff stuck in a 1v2.
Los.
Good
This
disconnect.
is handsome team in this 1v1, but he just needs to hold for Bush to get over there.
Oh, good pick, Enderpuff.
They're
It's,
way too separated, but 7 for us get back together here. There you go. That's what you need. Just a full regroup, and then you 6v2 it.
this one's a 9v9, Octavian. But that's the standard with B-League. Oh, excellent up down from Bushline and Los there.
Yeah. What they all said. Thanks, Verb. If only I could.
Verb. You
We
are.
considered it for you, Verb.
Yeah, I would have been the B team captain for EU. No, I wouldn't.
No, you're asked to say a team on EU. This guy drops 30 on. Thanks, Robot. Yeah.
Excellent up down from Enderpuff and Crack. Oh, and they get the pick. TR.
Well, there's gonna be no.
Oh no, Enderpuff. They could win this.
No call out for Los.
Oh no.
They just need to win that, and Benny needs to hold.
Benny did more than hold.
Yeah, true. That's a really good. That's a really good double block for. I didn't see who that was left to let for Chrome Ops.
Yeah. That was actually really good on both sides. Like, they had the excellent line pick, but unfortunately, Crack doubled down on trying to win the flank when the TR or the 7 Foos connector kind of bombed into mid. It's a little unfortunate. Happens though. How's the 7 Foos a B-League team? Don't ask me. But considering that they're 8-12 against, or they're up by 4 against another B-League team, I don't know. Maybe that's how it be.
I don't know if it's particularly numbers. I just think that it's the 7th Foos roster has, like, in regards to last year, gotten weaker. I think that having teams of 5 is, I think the decision for which additional team would have been in the B League versus the A League was probably a pretty difficult one for the admins. I wouldn't have known which one to pick.
Cowboys, what happened?
Yeah. But I don't think it's the worst.
Wow, Crack just dives, but he gets no impact. He's stuck in a 1v2.
He's holding 2 people.
But it won't matter because he basically just lost their flank. And everything else falls apart.
So
Actually,
Benny counter dive and like get picks there is kind of wild.
Yeah.
That dive was crazy. It just didn't have any impact. Because he chambered with Los and kind of got stuck. Wi-Fi Bills NR27 arc. So famous.
Wi-Fi Bills NR27 arc, that's true.
I hate it.
Dude, why is it the NR27
and RGL? Yeah. Okay, good. Not on the same page yet.
Honestly, it probably would have had a better roster than, like, I can't say that.
I think you as an NR27 peak, if it had enough like random additional players to fill an 8v8 roster, the NR27
probably would have won against the
well.
92nd.
Probably would have. Yeah, I mean, there's Regis that I think, like, I mean, a Wi-Fi Gustav team, I can't think of, Danny E, would have, like...
White North?
Well.
Is
yeah,
ice hockey
ice hockey
the worst?
is objectively the best sport in the world.
Actually, it's baseball.
No.
Actually, it's golf, but close enough.
The whitest person in the VC, bro. It's even. Although Enderpuff is holding a 2v1 against Reddish and Bacon. What a mishap. Oh, heavens.
Angel gets no back sword call out. Oh. No, he does, but he just doesn't. Angel bringing a 2v1 down to a 1v1 and then getting backstabbed is the arc that I want of Angel almost winning a 2v1 or a 1v2, sorry. Shout out to Angel. We really love Angel. I'll go.
Octavian says Amy is acting like they can have the hand-eye coordination to hit a golf ball.
Octavian, I will hit a golf ball through you and
Here's
his
the
window.
scoreboard. Reddish with a 3.0 KD, with Lowe's trailing behind, as well as Danny G also trailing behind. While as Crack is 24 and 16, kind of stagnated from what he was, where he was 18 and 10.
I mean, there's a very clear scoreline adjustment when the 7th Fooster's best player started playing like their best player. There's a very clear reflection within the actual round counter.
But don't ignore the Benny 19 and 10. Oh, jeez, you peeps.
The actual best sport is badminton. But
oh my god, no! That might be curtains, and it is. That dive kind of sealed the deal for TRRB.
Yeah. Unless Constantine turns out to be a top 1 player
Oh,
of all time.
he just
Nice swap from Noah.
good swap. GG's 5 and 8 to the 7 Foos. Excellent. I'm gonna ask them if they want an interview because that was actually a close match. Did they? I'm gonna ask Los.
I don't have bad takes, just cold bangers.
No, you don't. I don't know if he could see that ping, but I hope he can. Oh, we have Noah. Hello, Noah.
Hello.
Hello, pal. So,
how are you guys doing?
We're doing fantastic. You guys did well. Actually, you guys did fantastic.
Thank you.
Questions. When you came into the game, what was your main goal? What was like your main focus point? Because I saw you guys had a kiting flank and a pushing flank. Was that the main intention, to try to have the pushing flank try to win their fight and go down to mid, or what was the play?
I'd say our play would to hold their flanks and go for their mid, as their flanks, as we saw in the last 7 Foos, that their flanks was, very powerful. So we tried to match their flanks and go for the mid. Was our initial plan.
Yeah, so, I did see that. Yeah, some of the was it you had Crack and Enderpuff on the same flank, as well as Milkman and Chrome Ups. So you were quite matching them.
Yeah, I mean, I think you did really well with the flanks that you had. Considering maybe somebody like Crack and Enderpuff being a bit out of practice, maybe don't hold up as well in quote-unquote name value to say a Reddish and Bacon flank. I still think they did really well for what it was, and I don't think anybody expected the TRRB to do as well as they did tonight. I certainly didn't. I'm more than happy to be proven wrong by that. Nice Wi-Fi, opening your DMs on stream.
It's just love.
I'm very happy with how you guys did, and you should feel quite good about how because I think a lot of people think that the 7th will win this entire bracket. So you should take some pride in getting those good rounds off them.
Yeah, I think it was definitely good how you guys were able to shut down Reddish in the 1vx's. I think he's one of the players who's definitely, if there's somebody who's probably the best at 1vx's, I think he's in the conversation. And it was just good that that he didn't get any free rounds on you, or he didn't steal anything from you, and it was every time you got him in that situation, you capitalized on it, and you took that opportunity and you made the most of it. So it was good to see. Very surprising.
Yep.
All right. Any more questions for you lot? You two? No.
Not particularly from me. I mean, again, just you guys did really well, and I have not nothing bad I could say about your performance. All things considering, it is it was quite good to watch, and I enjoyed casting it.
Me
Well,
too.
thank you guys
That was
for casting.
No worries. Thank you for the entertaining match. We love
Yep.
you, Noah. Mwah.
Yeah, thank you. Exactly.
All right.
Are
Well,
See you
any
guys.
Southern Boost members coming? I can.
I asked Los and Ostro, but I don't think Ostro saw. You can ask them if you like, though. Who's the most slept on player in the league? Probably in the B League, I'd say it'd probably be Crack. Say Crack. Because Crack isn't that much active.
It's probably that much active. Yeah, Crack
Oh,
is
is
probably the
either
most.
actually no, it's either Crack or Benny. Because Benny did well this game. So I think
That's true. Benny
it's
did
one
do
of the
well.
two. Like, but yeah, that was an entertaining matchup. Thank you, Amy. Thank you, Ed. I love you both. Thank you guys for showing up to the match.
I
I
hope
believe
loads, but I
there.
don't think anything.
Next week's matches will be interesting to see. And yeah, I'm going to end it off there and download the VOD later.
Uh.
Thank you guys for showing up, and bye. Mwah.